Hi again. In case anyone was curious as to how I got the idea or the feeling that God was has been telling me to, tell my story. The reason I say that is because I heard like a quiet whisper. Um, it's been a few weeks. It was a few weeks ago. Yeah, I've been running this for a while now. Running away from, speaking to you guys for a few weeks now. It's been probably like a month. But like a month ago, I heard a small whisper of this exact moment of like, like tell your story type whisper. And, I'm looking around like, I'm not doing that. Because I don't do this. I freeze up, I get jitters when I speak in public, but I mean, this is a little different. At least I'm not in front of people when I'm doing it, but it's way more people that this video would be going out to, but the week that I heard that whisper, literally I ignored it. I was like, I had thought about it for a second. I was like, no. So God literally sent it was actually 3 separate women to me. I messaged I messaged 2 of them on Facebook, just like a little lighthearted, joking comment on Facebook. And I kid you not, both of them messaged me on Messenger, basically asking for more information on like the Bible and like, just all the things on, what to do to, seek God and all those different things. So, and it was back to back. One day one happened, and then the next day another young lady messaged me. So that happened, and then on the second day that the young lady messaged me, I had also been talking with my husband's cousin, and she had this big breakthrough. She was crying, I was crying, and we were just going through the works. She had so many different realizations on things in her life, and like you could really feel that she was having a moment with God, and like he was really touching her. So that happened, and then literally the next day, so this is 3 days in a row that something happened. The next day I was driving home, and the thought came back to me again to speak on my experiences and stuff. And again, I'm trying to push it out of my mind, and I kid you not, I look up and I stop at a stoplight, and I look up and there's a sign that says today is the day, and it said something. It was like today is the day, this is the minute or something like that. I'll put the picture up somewhere up here. I'll post it up here, like, so you can see it. And I quickly took my phone off the stand and snapped a picture of it, because I'm like, okay, that's, and I literally drive by that road every day when I leave to take my son to school, all the things. So, and the fact that I haven't seen that sign until that exact moment when when that quiet whisper came back to me again is insane. I don't know how long the sign had been up, but I literally seen that sign in that exact moment when, God was speaking to me again to tell my story, and I'm trying to push it away. But even still, it took me like a month just to do this now, what I'm doing, and start recording. And the only reason that I'm recording today, I was emotional this morning, and again, having a moment and realizing so many things in my life, and I finally, again, God spoke to me, and he had me go out to the beach so that I could relax. And right before I did that, I had dropped my son off, my oldest son, and then my youngest son, I went over to my mother-in-law's house, and for some reason she was like, I'll take him, I'll watch him for the day. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I had the whole, it was like 9 o'clock at the time, 9 a.m. So I had the whole day free. And then God spoke to me to go to the beach. So I sat down, I'm reading my Bible, and And I saw this video where they said to make a list and put, lies on one, lies that the devil tells you in your mind on one side, and the truths on the other side, and to find a scripture that goes against the lie. And my very first one that I wrote on the list was, I am not a public speaker. And again, a small whisper came into my mind, and it told me I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. Now, I don't even know where that verse, at the time, I didn't know where that verse came from in the Bible. So I went and looked it up, and it's Philippians 4:13 for anyone who wants to find it. But again, I'm trying to run away from this and, just being scary. And God is literally speaking he does it to everyone. He speaks through you, through social media, through your mind, through the little whispers, through dreams, visions, all the different things. And I've had those before. I'll probably speak on those another time. But yeah, God really does speak to us, and we run away from it. I mean, look at Moses. Moses tried to run. I think Moses even had a speech impediment, or like a fear of speaking. Literally, like I'm trying to run away from now. And a few other people as well in the Bible. But I think Jonah as well tried to run. But it was like God literally set up this whole entire day to finally push me to record that video. And I was really emotional, and that's why I was out on the beach looking crazy, hair all over the place. But I was out walking the beach and really just thinking. And I even was praying to God while I was walking before I pulled out my phone and started recording. And I was like, after I finished praying, I'm like, finally, I'm okay, I'm gonna do this. And I made the video. So, and now this is like my third video I've recorded within the span of like 30 minutes. So just that little push, and I finally stepped out on a whim, listened to God and what he's been telling me to do. And I finally recorded the video, and now it feels more, I don't feel as afraid to record, because this is like my third video in the last 30 minutes. I've just gotten on a roll. And I feel like he's just giving me the words to say, because what I'm doing right now and just speaking more fluently, like without any mess ups and stuff, I don't do that. I would get nervous and like stop the video, press start, stop it, re-record. That's what I would do before. So I really do believe that it's God speaking through me now, because I don't do this. Like I normally don't. I'm not this calm when I speak, especially on camera. So yeah, it's just a little encouragement. Whatever that little voice, God is trying to tell you, go for it. Just step out on a whim, on faith, and just believe that God will, he'll carry you through it. And I've been praying for boldness, more boldness, anointings in singing, all the different things. And I believe God he's answering my prayers for sure, because even right now in this moment, I'm not shaking as much as I feel like I would normally be when trying to do something like this. So yeah, that's just a little encouragement for someone, just go for it. You'll know that it's God's voice, because God doesn't tell you to do anything bad. If that small voice is telling you something good to do, whether it's a business idea or telling you to go say hi to someone, I don't know, but just listen. God rewards obedience, and he rewards obedience and disobedience. He probably gonna get on me, because it took me a whole month to record this video. But he does reward us, and he blesses us when we listen. So whatever it may be that you feel God is telling you to do, that's positive. I'm not telling you to go out here and people or nothing like that, or anything, crazy.